Hey guys, Metal Viking 82 here, back to show out some more plunder that I've acquired over the last little while. I have got a ton of stuff that I've been meaning to go through and show off, but just been kind of slacking on videos, kind of been on a little bit of a hiatus. I've only recently started getting into doing reviews again and everything, so I've been kind of spending a little more time with that. But I got a bunch of stuff that I really want to show off. Some of it I've got to get put up, and others I still got to try to go through, but I wanted to get some of these knocked out this weekend as much as I can, so just going to jump right into it. This is a huge order that I made through Nameless Graves Records. I believe they were out of California, I want to say. I could be wrong about that, but they were having I think it was an anniversary sale going on, so they had stuff marked down, so I took full advantage of that. And they actually threw in a freebie. And I never heard of this band, but it turned out to be really cool. That is Doomsayer with Awake in Darkness. And yeah, these guys were a black and death thrash from Tuscany, Italy, active between 1992 and 1998. They are currently split up, and this is the band's lone demo that they put out. It was independently put out by the band on tape back in 1992, and then Nameless Graves reissued this on CD just last year. So I've listened to it a couple times. Really solid stuff. Definitely a cool little addition, and I love when they throw in freebies, and I discovered on really cool bands. It just sucks that that's the only release that they put out. This band here, though, I've known about them for a long time. I've listened to some of their stuff in the past, just never actually picked anything up, but I saw that they had this in there, and it was actually a pretty decent price for a 2 CD set, so I went ahead and nabbed it. But this is Tokyo Blade with Night of the Blade. And yeah, these guys are a new wave of British heavy metal band from Salisbury, Wiltshire, England. Been around since 1983. This is their second full-length album, originally put out by Roadrunner Records back in 1984. Couldn't read my writing there. But yeah, this is a classic metal reissue from last year. 2 CD set, as I said. The first CD is the version that they put out where they re-recorded the vocals with their new vocalist, Vic Wright. And then CD2 is actually the original version with original vocalist Alan Marsh, which was funny enough is that the version on CD1 still has Marsh's backing vocals on it. So they took out his main vocals, but left his backing vocals in there. So he kind of gets credit for both. But yeah, really cool to finally add some Tokyo Blade to the collection. Next to from the same band, and that is Manila Road, epic heavy / power metal from Wichita, Kansas, active between 1977 and 2018. Starting things off, we have Mysterium. Love that artwork. And yeah, this is their 16th full-length album put out by Shadow Kingdom Records in 2013. This is a Golden Core Records reissue from 2013. I don't think it was really a reissue. I think it was just their version. But yeah, really love the artwork. Haven't had a chance to listen to this one. And then we have To Kill a King. And this is their 18th full-length album put out by Golden Core Records in 2017. So really glad to finally add some more Manila Road to the collection. That is a band that has a massive, massive catalog, and trying to get through it as best I can when I can. Another band that I've known about and I've listened to, but just never picked anything up from them. But this is Eternal Champion with the Armor of Ire. Again, really epic artwork right there. But yeah, epic style heavy metal from Austin, Texas. Been around since 2008. This is their debut full-length album put out by No Remorse Records in 2016. And just pure, straight-up heavy metal. So glad to finally add this to the collection. And like I said, get this band finally in my collection. Next up, Knife with their self-titled. Of course, Knife, blackened speed metal out of Germany with a little bit of a punk edge to it. Been around since 2019. This is their debut full-length album put out by Dying Victims Productions in 2021. I got their most recent one not long ago, and really good stuff. And I saw this on there, and again, it was a really cheap price, so of course, had to nab it. All right. And then this is a 2023 release. This is Imprecation in Nomine Diabole. Probably totally butchered that. And normally I would show this in the 2023 release section, but this is all one giant order, so I figured I might as well just show it in this. But of course, Imprecation, death metal band from Houston, Texas, been around since 1991. This is their third full-length album put out by Dark Descent Records just this year, as I said. And I've actually had a promo of this for a while. That's one of the albums that's been on my list of things that I need to review. I just have not got around to it. But yeah, really killer stuff. Imprecation just freaking rules. Next up, this is a band that every time I see their albums in a distro, I think, do I have that one? Because I've only recently started buying their stuff, and I can never remember because none of the titles are ever in freaking English. But this is Ripped to Shreds with Jubian. I believe it's how you, or Ubian, I don't know how you pronounce that exactly. But yeah, Ripped to Shreds, death metal out of San Jose, California. Been around since 2016. This is their third full-length album put out by Relapse Records just last year. I was pretty sure I didn't have this one. I tried to find the other ones that I did have, and I kind of went through the archives and looked, and I was like, okay, yeah, that one looked familiar, that one looked familiar. I don't think I have this one, but I really need to figure out for sure which ones I do not have, so I don't keep making the same mistake of not wondering, is that the one I have? And then I pass it up, and then I needed it. So yeah, but really good band, really solid. Love the guitar playing on here, and just the vocals are just absolutely killer. Go check out Ripped to Shreds. Alrighty, here, what we got next? This is one that I've seen many times before, and finally just decided to pick it up after I checked it out. It's actually been on my list of things to check out. I listened to it while I was browsing. Thought it sounded cool, so I picked it up. But this is Amorbital with Invidia. Death metal band from Slovakia, active between 1993 and 2000. They are currently split up. This is the band's lone full-length album, independently put out on tape back in 1998, and then Awakening Records released this last year as a reissue limited to 1,000 copies, and really solid death metal album. Definitely worth checking out. All right, next up, we have Phobia with Slaughterhouse Tapes. And no, this is not the grindcore project Phobia. This is a completely different one, and I actually did not know about this until I saw this on the distro. But they were a death metal band out of Norway, active between 1990 and 1991, currently split up, obviously. And this actually featured Ivar and Grudel, or yeah, I think that's how you pronounce his name, from Enslaved. And yeah, this is just pure death metal. This is basically a compilation of their 1991 demo, The Last Settlement of Ragnarok, and Feverish Convulsions. Sorry, I could not read my writing there. Along with some previously unreleased rehearsal tracks from 1990 and 1991. This is put out by Nuclear War Now in 2021. And yeah, this is some really good stuff. Definitely raw sounding, but really cool to hear Ivar and Grudel doing something a little bit different than what you expect from them when you listen to Enslaved. So it's really cool to see them start out as a, you know, straight up death metal band. Really good listen. As is this next one. Again, features some well-known members in it, mostly known for playing black metal. But this is Amputation with Slaughtered in the Arms of God. And again, another death metal band from Norway, active between 1989 and 1990 when they split up. This actually features Abath and Demonaz from Immortal, as well as members of Old Funeral, Hades Almighty, among others. So some really well-known black metal bands had members are in this project. And yeah, this is basically another compilation of their 1989 demo, Adhere to the Mutilation, and their 1990 demo Slaughter in the Arms of God, along with a 5-song rehearsal from 1989. And it's so weird to hear Abath not doing his usual froggy kind of croak when he's doing his, you know, vocals, and just hear him do pure death metal. Definitely worth checking out if you can find a copy. This was put out by Nuclear War Now, and I want to say, let's see, when did this come out? Doesn't have a release date on it, but yeah, Nuclear War Now put this out. Should still be available, so if you want to hear basically Immortal members doing death metal instead of black metal, go check this out. And that is going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing, and until next time, stay brutal.